And we're back. Mr. Chicker has been extinguished. No damage was done to the booth or Mr. Chicker, except maybe his pride. Now here's Corey Bustard with news in sports on The Good Sport.
This is Corey Bustard with your sports highlight on The Good Sport. In the world of racing, the National Slug Grand Prix is underway. These birds have trained slugs, that's right, slugs, all year for this moment to win the Slug Prix Cup. In the running are the following slug racers: Lightning, Bullet, Slugger, Speedy, and Quickie. How ironic. Here's an audio clip of Lightning's bird trainer Delbert with his thoughts about the race.
We're really hoping for a good race. Lightning has been gearing up for today, and all I can do is show him my support. But man, oh man, don't he look delicious.
Bullet's trainer Carter had this to say:
Bullet is gonna win the race, I tell you. That Slug Prix Cup is ours. Sounds like a cup of slugs, doesn't it? Cup of slugs. What was I talking about?
We also talked with Speedy's trainer, Olivia. Here's what she had to say.
I have nothing but faith in this slug. Speedy takes the race so seriously. Just look at that slug, so motivated. That slug, just look at it. I can't stop looking at it. I haven't eaten all day, man. Just look at that slug. I'm hungry.
There was a 20-minute delay due to salt being on the track. It was cleared and the race could begin. There's the starting shot, and the birds have eaten the slugs right off the track. Moving on to water sports, it's the Epic Swan Dive Tournament. The first swan, Nancy Swoon, is up on the diving board. She leaps, she's up, she's down, and landed in an empty pond. Should have filled the pond with water, boys. I'm Corey Bustard, and this was The Good Sport. What is my life?
This broadcast is brought to you by the makers of Maggot Munch, the crunch and munch of those oh-so-tasty maggots. But watch out, they'll leave you gassy. Maggot Munch, have 'em for lunch. They crunch, 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 so munch, munch, munch. Buy a whole bunch of Maggot Munch.
Tastes just as good the second time.
Well, listeners, I just wanted to say that this was my final commercial segment. I've just been offered my own show here at Bird Call WING by Mr. Chicker. So thank you, Mr. Chicker, for not being a dodo and believing in my silly little dream.
That's beautiful.
Later tonight, you'll hear my new show, The Luckle Ducklebird Show.
Nice title.
We'll talk with some of your favorite celebrities, fun quiz shows with excellent giveaway prizes. Good giveaway prizes. Decent prizes. We'll be giving away prizes, if that. Anyway, I hope you tune in. For now, Spec will take over the commercials, but will be joining me on the new show.
As long as his pyromania stays in order, my tail is still recovering.
You got burnt.
Why, you little...
Back to you, Cuckoo. Spec, leave Chicker alone!
This is Khufu with the news update. The President Eagle race is underway. President Ferdy Ferdinand has been down in the polls this week, while his opponent, Ulysses T. Smeagol, is up 20%. Here's what President Ferdinand had to say last week at a rally in Maine.
If I am re-elected as your President Eagle, I will continue to stop rogue birds from putting us in danger with the human species. I've discussed the issue with the head elder Ruffleton Potsowitz of the Bird Union Council on ways we can and will protect our provider and consumer birds in this country. What's my plan? Well, I haven't come up with it yet. But please know that we are working on something. Soon. In the near future. Possibly. Yes, I know. Please stop booing. It's humiliating.
President Ferdinand Eagle announced a strategy was being put in place last year, but nothing was ever announced. As for the candidate, Ulysses T. Smeagol, things were getting heated at a press conference in New Jersey. Smeagol was put on the spot when a bird in the crowd questioned Smeagol's empty promises.
And with your votes, I will be able to take action and stop this rogue bird situation. It seems President Ferdinand hasn't the slightest clue on what he or the council have...
Flatline out of here, Ulysses!
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you're full of empty promises, just like the rest of these eagles. I'm sick of it. You're a disgrace.
Oh, I understand your frustration, but please... Oh, no, don't do that.
Yep, this is happening. This is what I think your campaign, Smeagol. Your promises are as good as what I just left for you on the floor. Ugh. Hey, Maybe even worse.
Security, could you please get this bird out of here? And watch your step, please. Did that bird just defecate on the floor?
But down with Smeagol.
I swear I have never seen a bird do that at a rally.
I guess that's what you'd call a pooping protest. Sorry for the giggle fit. Anyway, the most popular question from voters is why eagles are the only birds allowed to run for office. In a statement written by President Ferdinand, he says, "The bald eagle is a true emblem to these United States. Due to the eagle's majestic look and great strength, it gives hope to fellow feathered fowl." Nice alliteration there at the end, Mr. President. Stay tuned for more election coverage here on Bird Call. W-I-N-G.
Destructive, mad, molting. These words describe President Ferdinand. His promise to fix the Bird Union Council's corrupt fixation on banishment was nothing but a flock full of lies.
I promise to fix this corrupted council and bring justice once and for all.
Oh, really? Then why did President Ferdinand fund the council's summer picnic instead of taking the council down? All he can ever say is...
The Bird Union Council doesn't side with our feathered fellowship. It's obvious. They're downright two-faced.
Two-faced, eh? Yet President Ferdinand chipped in for one of the council members' goodbye parties last year. Now who's two-faced? I'll tell you who's not. Ulysses T. Smeagol, an eagle you can truly trust.
I'm Ulysses T. Smeagol, and I'm running as your President Eagle. Elect me this election season, and we'll clean up the old dookie old Ferdy has left on this nation.
Paid for by the Smeagol Campaign Fund.
I'm Ulysses T. Smeagol, and I approve this message.
We are the Peacocks, baby!
Uh-huh.
And you're listening to 101.8 WING.
Am I on? This is Dylan Quailstein, and now it's time for WING's new psychiatry show, Squawk to Me, with Mr. Mai Tai.
It's Mr. Magpie, not Mai Tai. It's an honest mistake.
Whatever. I'm not supposed to even be in here. Ah!
Such anger. Well, hello, Radioland. I'm psychiatrist Mr. Magpie, and you're listening to the first ever show of Squawk to Me. I'll take your calls and help you with your problems eventually. Call us at 1-888-BRDTALK. I'm sure you were expecting to listen to Kesmo's music show, Flock and Rock, but he hasn't shown up for work, so I'm here instead. All right, now, my first caller is Sal Manella, who has some serious paranoia. Go ahead, Sal.
Hello, Mr. Magpie. Well, I'm kind of freaking out. This little chick just told me that the sky was falling, and I swear something just hit me in my head. I'm kind of freaking out over here.
Oh, dudes! You're not gonna believe it.
Kesmo, Mr. Magpie is live right now. Get out of the booth!
Oh, but dude, I was throwing acorns at this little bird outside, and he thinks the sky's falling.
Kesmo, I am so disappointed. You're supposed to be on the air right now. Dylan? Who put this magpie on?
The chicken did it.
Could you please take your little side stories out of the booth?
Catnip. I knew it. I told you to stop eating it. It's against the
law. How do you know what catnip smells like?
We used it in the army to slow down our enemies. Now, you couldn't follow the rules, so I'm gonna have to send you to the catnip detox clinic. Dr. Hergenbergen is here to take care of you.
Chicker, no!
I'm trying to do a show here. You still there, Sal?
For the moment, I'm going to have to get underground if the sky keeps falling at this rate.
Is this one of those interventions?
Call it a forced intervention. You'll be at the clinic for a few weeks.
Weeks?
Okay, see, I'm not an expert on how radio works, but I think it's best if the bird who's at the microphone should get to do all the talking.
Ah, Mr. Peapod, I'm Dr. Hergenbergen. I'm here to help.
Help?
Sweet doves above!
Mr. Peapod, your addiction to the catnip is worse than I have feared. We'll have to take you straight to electric shock therapy. Immediately?
Immediately?
Come along. Do not fight
you can't
the
just
Kesmo. Let us go.
Knuckle.
Let us go and defeat the
Francis.
terrible habit.
Dylan.
Chop, chop.
Well, Sal, sorry for the interruptions. All I can say is to keep your head down and hope for the best.
Well, thank you.
And get that cough checked. Okay, next caller.
Hi,
I'm Naomi, and I'd like to dedicate Birds of Paradise by Dirty Ibis to my boyfriend Larry. Larry, I love you.
I'm sorry. This is Mr. Magpie on Squawk to Me.
Okay, so, can you play my song or what?
I'm sorry, Naomi, but this is a psychiatry show. So if you've got any problems, I'm here to hear.
Well, the only problem I've got right now is that you won't play my song and stuff.
Chicker, you can't just replace someone's entire show because they're running late.
He was late, but because of catnip. But besides, Casmo will return from the clinic a much healthier
bird.
So, are you going to play my song or what? He and Larry are, waiting and stuff.
Then keep waiting. Francis, Mr. Chicker, I hate to be rude, 'cause it's rude to be rude, but you're being rude, okay? I'm on the air. Now, my next caller is, yes, Bill the Platypus. Go ahead, Bill. What's the matter with you?
Hi, Magpie. Well, I'm having a bit of a crisis. I've been living with this problem since the day I was hatched. I always have this feeling I'm not a platypus, but that I'm really a duck.
But you're a platypus, correct?
I'm a duck stuck in a platypus's body. I want to be accepted for who I really am. I love the water and just want what ducks have. A bill, cute little webbed feet.
A platypus has a bill, and you have webbed feet.
You're not understanding me, Magpie. I'm a duck stuck in a platypus's body.
I gathered.
I want the things ducks have. I want to lay eggs.
Can't you already do that?
I want a cute little duck tail, wiggle it around, and go quack quack. Not this afterthought beaver tail that's strapped to the back of me. It's just, it's not fair. I want to be a duck, not a duck beaver puss thing.
Listen, if you want to be a duck, then you go out and be the biggest duck they've ever seen. You just strut around like a big old duck. Don't let that beaver tail put your duck down. Duck it up, Bill!
That's the first time anyone's ever told me that. Thank you, Magpie. I'm going to duck. I'm going to duck it up. Quack, quack, I'm a duck. Hey, everybody, I'm a duck.
You're a platypus.
Quack, quack to you, neighbor.
I wish you all the best, Bill. Now, my next caller is a flamingo who just crash-landed here on Jaybird Street. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, I'm Bingo Flamingo, and well, I've seemed to have lost my flamboyance.
Sounds like you still have it.
A flamboyance is a flock of flamingos, jerk. Anyway, I landed here on Jaybird Street and met another flamingo named Fickle in a garden. It was love at first sight. But others are telling me I'm crazy, that Fickle isn't real and made of plastic.
Bingo, it sounds to me that Fickle suffers from a rare disease called plasticitis.
Oh yes, I've heard of that.
Studies prove that only flamingos get it, usually in South Florida in the front yards of elderly folk who are waiting for death to knock on their door.
So will Fickle be okay?
Of course. Now go take care of your friend.
Oh, I will, Magpie, I will. Come on, Fickle. Let's go neck and let the lawn gnomes watch. Oh.
Now let's hear from our next caller. Go ahead, you're on with Magpie.
How do you sleep at night?
Francis!
Who is this?
Francis, the programming director of this station.
Oh.
I'm calling from the lobby.
Oh, well, hi.
I have some notes. You're giving uneducated advice.
You
to
deserve the show
Let
you
go.
had,
Foul Owl! Will you two be quiet? I'm on the phone.
Well, Foul Owl isn't happy I'm getting my own show thanks to Mr. Chicker, my new favorite boss.
I'm upset because you don't deserve your own show.
Oh, like you deserve the show you had, you know, the one that just got canceled?
Why, you little...
There seems to be a lot of anger between those two. Maybe I can help.
Good luck.
Why don't y'all come over here to the booth? Now, listeners, you're about to witness some real-time psychotherapy. Now, what seems to be the problem twixt you two?
Foul Al is mad because Mr. Chicker gave me my own radio show, finally, and his show was canceled for obvious reasons.
No, the chicken canceled my show out of spite!
Will you please just call him Mr. Chicker?
The Mr. part is still up for debate.
And that's why we call him Foul Al. He's just a bitter, old, washed-up piece
well, you're a stupid little novice.
Enough! I'm gonna change your tune. And how, you ask? A puppet show!
Puppet show? I hate puppets.
Really, Mr. Grumpy Pants?
Yay, puppets, I love it!
I'm angry for no good reason. You hate me, because when you look at me, you see a younger person yourself. I was once like you, full of dreams. Now I'm bitter. Put aside our differences and be friends of a feather for life. Okay. Hug!
He just carries puppets around with him? Weird.
I've learned so much today and seen so much bad puppetry. Foul Al, how about we start over, huh? I apologize.
If it will end this nonsense, I apologize. See, we apologize.
You're cured!
Mr. Magpie, I want to sign you to a 7-year contract. This bird is magnificent.
You may even say he's magpie-nificent.
But he didn't do anything.
You guys realize we're still on the air.
Mm-hmm. I'll sign off. This is Mr. Magpie signing off. Remember, I'll solve your problem. Eventually. Goodbye.
Ulysses T. Smeagol is a dirty bird. He voted yes on banning nests in rural neighborhoods and insists on making birds buy bird houses instead.
Provider birds should live in their own homes and stop living off the environment. It's just not right. It's almost rogue of them to do so.
Yet, Ulysses T. Smeagol has his own vacation nest in the palm tree in Miami. Hypocrite? Oh, that's for sure. We don't want a wishy-washy eagle in office. Let's keep the one we've got. Re-elect President Ferdy Ferdinand this election season. You'll be glad you did.
Stay tuned for the premiere of our newest talk show, The Luckle Duckle Bird Show, starring Luckle Duckle Bird. But first, let's take you to movie critic Chelsea Bullhorn on Flocking to Flicks.
Chelsea Bullhorn here, and it's time for Flocking to Flicks with me, Chelsea Bullhorn. Today I'll review the new horror film, Feathered Boo-Ah, the romantic comedy She Clucks for No One, and the highly anticipated Starling Wars, The Flock Awakens. Let's get started. Feathered Boo-Ah, horror flick that will leave you molting early this season. I hated this movie so much I nearly died. Not even kidding. In the film, a demon spirit makes the feathers of feathered boas come to life by using the spirits of dead birds that wore the feathers. The boas, once wrapped around a human's neck, chokes him to death, and this somehow does the demon's evil bidding. It's literally that for an hour. The humans are CGI'd in, and they look downright awful. I give this film one big poop splatter. Moving on to the romantic comedy starring Goldie Swan and Willard Razorbill in She Clucks for No One. It's your classic love story. Girl meets boy, they fall in love. Girl is afraid of getting hurt. Girl leaves guy. Guy wins girl back with corny gesture. And they end up together. Then we find out Goldie's character is a hitman and kills Willard's character, who owes money to the mob. Classic love story. Oops, I guess I spoiled that one. 2 poop splatters, and you're welcome. And finally, the newest installment of the Starling Wars series opens this weekend. Starling Wars, The Flock Awakens. This film has been anticipated for some time now, but not for me. I've been more excited about bowel movements than seeing this film. It's a bunch of birds in space, floating around, shooting sword laser things, and flying ships, when they could have just flown themselves. The point is, I saw it, and I wanted to fly into oncoming traffic afterwards. Plus, it's a total ripoff of a human film, but the same dang thing. Don't see it, who cares? 2 poop splatters for birds in space. Ugh! I'm Chelsea Bullhorn, and this was Flocking to Flicks. With me, Chelsea Bullhorn.
Up next is the premiere of our newest talk show, The Luckle Duckle Bird Show, starring, you guessed it, Luckle Duckle Bird. But first, a quick report on the weather. I just stuck my head outside and it felt a little muggy. Seems like rain is on its way. Get ready for a wet one. And now, WING presents The Luckle Duckle Bird Show.
Welcome to the Luckle Duckle Bird Show with me, Luckle. Tonight our special guests include, from the new film She Clucks for No One, Miss Goldie Swan. Also, singer Mama Cassowary will stop by and talk about her upcoming album and recent breakup with Rockin' Robin. But first, I'd like to thank you, the listeners, for tuning in. It's been a dream of mine to host my own radio show, and well, it's finally come true. I'd also like to thank my friends and our new boss, Mr. Chicker, for their support. And now, on with the show! Now, our guest is known for her... Whoa, sorry folks, something just rattled the station a bit. It looks like there's some trouble here at this station. Seems like there was an explosion. Oh no, Speck, not again!
Sorry, Luckle, but you've got to go!
What? Whoa, hey, let me go, what?
Mr. Chicker's orders!
This is my first show, you can't do this!
Luckle, you're fired. That pyromaniac sidekick of yours is trouble. You knew the deal. If it even makes a spark, you're out of here.
Speck, how could you? You couldn't change your ways for 1 day.
You're going to the jailbird aviary, Speck. Get him out of here.
Ooh! Hello, it's me, Luther von Tommy Burroughs Owl III, or as many of you know me, a foul owl. I've returned to the airwaves, listeners. I'm sure you've missed me. I missed you. It seems that Luckle's little pyromaniac friend Speck has blown up our boss's office, so I was asked to return to the airwaves. I guess this will be my 1000th show of Foul Mouth. I'll be taking callers to discuss. How about the upcoming presidential election? You know the number. Feel free to call in. Anytime. Remember, it's me, old Foul Owl, here to take your calls. Just waiting. Chat up some politics. All right, well, maybe the phone lines are all tied up due to so many callers. We have a call. Yes, hello, welcome to Foul Mouth's 1000th show with me, Foul Owl. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, yeah, I'm still waiting to hear my song dedicated to my boyfriend Larry, Birds of Paradise by Dirty Ibis.
But this is...
I want to hear Dirty Ibis.
Here's Dirty Ibis with Birds of Paradise. I'm Foul Owl, and you're listening to Foul Mouth here on WING.